So right now I'm working on some projects, and I think that the best way that I can explain them would be for me to tell a story about it. Like that's just seeming like lately what is seeming like the easiest thing to do. So essentially, I found this land, and it is a property that I've planned to put some work into. I'm a 2-year apprentice, as well as OSHA certified, and of bloodborne pathogens, a lot of different certifications. So I basically want to fix this space up. I've currently got 15 gallons of white paint, and it seems like they have some materials there that I can analyze. I of course want to completely reinforce the foundation. Yes, so that part, and so here's the story. So after I got done speaking to the neighborhood, I found myself indoors, and nothing has been fully renovated yet. So I'm just trying to get a feel of the place to see what it's like in the pitch black of the night. And when I tell you it's wintertime, so essentially below 30s was becoming a normal thing. And I went there with layers, but I could have made a fire, but I didn't want to bring too much attention to myself, thus destroying the point. And so I woke up just like this. I don't know. And a sheet of air came and solidified in front of my face. And I'm like, okay, it's cold. So I looked across the way, and there's this small window, and through the window I could see a man with a woven hat and a cape over his body look back at me and then walk down a few steps. And beyond him I could see a cheeky in the background, as well as what appeared to be a mound, possibly made with shells. And it's so funny, since I moved to Hollywood, it's been really interesting. Right now, there's also a piece of land that has Florida butterflies, the Gulf butterflies, and they're orange. They kind of look like monarchs, but they look a little bit less dark black. And essentially, they're making the other land and places something that's actually considered very pocket experiential. So essentially, the only way you'll ever get this specific type of butterflies is if you have a specific type of plant, which they appreciate. And I will do a little mini video on them when their caterpillars come out. You'll see why when you see them. But anyway, so the funny thing is, a neighbor mentioned that the way that they want for the development of the community is in agreement with the spirits. The first time I ever found the place, right, before I even spoke to any of the neighbors, one of the first thing that happened was I came up to an opening, and it was ropes, and then a blue light went just like this, like a single firework, a blue light. I'm like, okay, so I will go that way. I will see what that is. I've also been looking for plots of bamboo so that I can fully make my prototypes for a 100% biodegradable water filter. Last but not least, I have projects out where I'm actually planting seeds all over the place, like Johnny Appleseed, but but instead of that, it's Amir Dapatry. So essentially, yes, making sure that food can be provided for the unhoused if they find themselves out in a wooded area, or if they because it happens. Some people choose not to be directly in the center of the city, and that is largely because of either the vibe that happens in the center of the city, or because of the vision that person might be on. Which is also useful, but also worthy of having more convenient food options. So far, I've planted 7 or 8 or 9, 7 or 8 or 9 trees, ranging from rambutan to peach to apple, I think. I'm thinking about possibly doing, what's it called? Pomegranate too. And the reason for that is because it's water, so someone can eat it and have water. And also is because they need less water, so it can be placed in more areas, even closer out to Lancaster or up on a mountain without, you know, being overly concerned that it's not going to take root from all the thickness of the nutrients there. And last but not least, I found a area, and this is for all of those who this can apply to, that can be used for manhood or womanhood. I could call it ritual. That would be the easiest thing to call it. And so essentially it's strictly based on like teamwork, communication vibes, like thank you corporate America for, you know, a lens into how to facilitate that. And basically, yes, it is pretty much safe. The methods that I would go about doing it, i.e. OSHA certification, scaffold, license, and yes, and as well as, you know, parachuting, and all different types of associations, fabrics, and etc. But then also there should be multiple people and or organizations of specific and different endeavors, like paying attention to and observing such a thing so that it can be accepted as something that is positive. And I also, I'll include this in my link if I post this to YouTube, but there's a powwow calendar that just came out. And so essentially you could find a powwow near you and figure out like more about what that vibe might be about. A lot of people are now coming out because there's less fear in the air about what will happen to an individual who identifies as Native American, and you know, less fear about self and knowledge being ripped from the body. So yes, that is kind of like literally the reason why certain cultures don't open up. And then, of course, you know, that same concept creates multiple layers. Things are getting mended, not needing to go too deeply into it on this because there are a lot of platforms such as anything from Lauren Good all the way to Reservation Dogs, all the way to India, like even you know, anybody in the middle, like how they choose to manifest in life and how they choose to like exist so that they can be seen. Good vibes for the future. There's more shows coming up. There's more types of expositions. There's more locations. There's more of everything. So I really appreciate your love. I appreciate you coming through to see what's going on. And then also I appreciate that everybody is having like an okay experience. I do want to continue to grow in multiple directions, and that's my plan, and I'm doing everything 100% clean and clear and right as usual. So, you know, it's just a matter of time, because I believe that life is based off of a growth principle. Life is based off of a growth principle. So have a great day. I will talk to y'all more about turtle stuff at a later time, but I need to do stuff.